Okay. I believe is posted. So let me go ahead and make sure everything's good. And if you're just joining for the first time, it's probably going to be a different video than many on my channel. But, okay. Let's see. All right, so I think we're good. It is literally 2:15 in the morning. This is my mom life. It's the first time I've had a second to actually sit down and make a video. And the words, I'm not 100% sure if they're going to come out how I want them to, but I'm going to do the best I can. So I want to thank everybody who is stopping by to watch this video. If you're new, welcome. If you are an old watcher, welcome. Hopefully you're a positive person. If not, lots of new features on YouTube. Thank you for that, YouTube. Anyway, just want to start off this entire video, obviously with the thanks for all that have stuck with me and the ups and downs that I've been going through, which on a more personal level, you kind of have to know me to understand what's going on, because I'm not just letting perfectly good strangers into my psyche anymore. And that may seem a little brazen to say here on my vlogging channel, but it's more like I have come to the point that what's best for me is to reflect privately now. What I've seen a constant problem is reflecting solely on other people's opinions on YouTube. And even I have years of practice of doing this. I'm not going to say that in the past it was necessarily a bad thing, but I will say that now currently in this very destructive YouTube land we have, vlogging can be toxic by just being yourself. And I don't mean yourself becomes toxic. It's that being transparent is almost too much for the untransparent. And it almost makes you a target for having any soul, meaning any potential uniqueness or core to yourself. And I say that truly because everyone at this point, besides a few really wonderful people, have left YouTube. And so I had to step back for about 4 weeks here and really just take the time to decide, was it even worth it to ever come back here? Not because of any one particular person, but because is it now helping me to reflect on the things I already have worked through? So, please get comfortable, grab yourself something to eat. I may even have to let my dogs out. You know how that goes, even at 2 in the morning. But what I must say very clearly is my life has been under control with certain self-care techniques for the last 6 years, hand in hand with YouTube. Meaning YouTube was only one part of my health. There were other parts of my health too. I was focusing on either healing or am to this day still healing. Now, the biggest reason I started this channel was to have a place to tell my story, to share the things that I had no answers for, and to gain a community, which I have successfully done that in this 6 years and hold strong with very strong supporters. The reason I know I have these people is they're not just friends on YouTube. With that, hold on a moment. Now, imperfection does exist in all of us, every single one of us. We're not perfect people. And by default, coming on YouTube, it capsulizes it. If you keep the video up. So I have videos I have that are up, and I have videos that are down. Why would I even discuss such a thing on MsChronicChronicles channel? Because I'm not perfect. And I have made connections with certain people, peoples, more than one on this channel. And I have different opinions now as a person on this channel. So as this time, these 4 weeks have went by and I've really just done some serious reflecting, it's like, what's the one thing that has been constant in my life every day for 6 years? Astrology, my deep soul friends and family, and yes, cannabis. What has changed in our politics? Cannabis is legal in a lot of places. It's a lot more acceptable. And now, medicinally, it's scrutinized. In the last 6 years, I have seen it come full circle. Where when I lived in California and I had started this entire whole documenting my health and sharing my cannabis use, my medications, I discovered there are a lot of people who don't understand what medicinal and recreational is. There's a lot of people still trying to make people who use it medicinally wear it as a mask of recreationally. And I refuse to do that. I refuse to wear a mask that I do not identify with. There is just no way else to say that. So I don't think this channel has been misconstrued in regards to how I use cannabis, but I do believe that the presentation of the use of cannabis has been misconstrued by people who do not understand. And that are subscribers who are no longer with me, and that is subscribers who are with me. So I'm kind of coming back to set the record straight that thus forward, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to handle the people and the problem with cannabis being misconstrued on this channel. So if you'll do yourself a favor, if you care enough, that is, please, come on guys, subscribe to the other channels that I have listed on my main page, because I've already started 2 channels way back in the past that were honestly, and still to this day are kind of up in air. So MsChronicChronicles is going to be revamped, as I said I have been doing and I will continue to do. And as you may see now, there are videos up that I'm still very proud and have no qualms about. And then there are other videos that are just not ready to be seen yet. So what that means actually is I am in the process of continuing to tighten the screws on this channel as the universe allows, as I parent my 2-year-old, and when God tells me it's right. So the content here could very well be related strictly to edibles, strictly to discussions about cannabis, or it could just be about my health currently. But art, music, creative endeavors are now going to be moved to another channel. And that channel you can find, again, listed on my main page. It's referenced as Rachel Raw Truth. And I'm basically stemming it from my Instagram account because my Instagram account has never had issues. And it's probably because of my name, Rachel Raw Truth. It is my truth. It is what I love. It is what I do. So if you were to go to my Instagram, you'd see me being a mom, eating healthy foods, sharing my health, and enjoying life. So there are little bits and pieces of that may be on this channel, but I'm not shutting the door. I'm separating the files because I feel like at this point, our society has become misconstrued in the last 6 years, and this channel just couldn't keep up with the people's ideas and beliefs. So let's make it easy for everybody. I'll give you my clear, concise, current message always on this channel in regards to vlogs. And if I see there needs to be errors made to this channel, you'll just see it happen. If I come on here and I live stream, you will just see it happen. What will my topics be about? We'll just have to see. But when it comes to the creative side of things, if you're looking for art vlogs and music vlogs, you're probably at the wrong channel. Because there's a possibility I could be talking about microdosing and other things on this channel. And token talks, if you're really interested in seeing me smoke, well, you'll just have to follow my Patreon and spend your money. Or maybe follow me on a different social site. You never know where I'll post. That's what's going to happen on this channel. So as the funny title goes, my Chronic Chronicles may not be so chronic anymore. They may not be so filled with chronic, meaning my life may not be on display as much anymore. And it very well could just be me taking a bit of a break, or it could be me moving all of my videos somewhere else. The universe has spoken when it comes to that. So I'm not really afraid of the critique side of it. People aren't going to understand, or people are going to be lazy, and you have no responsibility to move forward from this channel. I'm the one who controls this channel. So if you don't want to follow any other parts in my life, you can unsubscribe and it'll make it easy for you. But if you're interested in chats like this, where you see a bouncing ball and a voice you never know what's going to say, you should probably subscribe to my other channel called The Mary and Joe Show, which I'm just going to be stemming off of this channel. So yes, this is the heart of all three channels. But the reason I have to do this is ignorance is bliss. And I'm just tired of explaining myself. So I've had some amazing, basically 99.999% amazing subscribers here. And I don't double count any of you. You're all very individually important to me, and I can look through my list and pretty much know where we've met. And if at some point you become a nuisance in my life, like anything else, there's a delete button. So you don't have to follow on this journey if you don't understand, but you can if you do. And you can if you want to be here. We're in a Libra new moon. And what does that mean? Well, with an Aries sun, which is what we're going through, an Aries transit, with a Libra moon, that's air and fire. And let me just say, if you're interested in astrology, you definitely should subscribe to all three channels, because you never know where I'm going to post a little notification for any of all. Meaning I'll be doing large chats and hangouts on my Mary and Joe show, but I will be doing smaller content potentially on my Rachel Raw Truth channel. So to kind of follow along in the podcast radio style, you definitely should follow my Mary and Joe show. And the URL on that is under RLC Designs, which is my last back in like almost 10 years ago. More than that, actually. It's like 2005, I think, is when I named it. But basically, that name has been coming since way back when I was hoping to open my own design firm one day. So RLC Designs is sort of my branding name. If you were to Google search it, you'd find quite a bit of art from me under RLC Designs. Unfortunately, YouTube won't let me change it. So I'm just giving up on that for now. And we're going to keep it at RLC Designs. And you can Google search Mary and Joe Show or just go subscribe. If you like the content, help me build these channels. Both of them have low subscribers and I do not care. Because basically on the Miss CC channel, it is my baby. It is my child is listed here, and that's another part of it. I am going to be making some hard choices on what videos I keep up and what videos I take down. And that's just strictly because we have a forest of crazy people out here on YouTube. And I never know what's coming at me. So to have the content related to my child, which 4 years out of the 6, I had no idea I'd be a parent. So 4 years out of the 6, I've devoted quite a bit of my time, energy, and love. And if you're listening and you make content yourself, then you would respect that. And if you're listening and you make content and you don't respect that, you're in the wrong place. Because I respect every other contenter on this platform. Literally. Even if I don't agree with your content. You're welcome to make videos and make yourself look bad. That's how I feel. Quite literally. So it's been kind of interesting too, because when you take a step back and you have a gut feeling about things and your soul speaks volumes and those volumes are right, boy, it solidifies everything. Kind of puts the icing on the cake when you know in your heart you're doing a good thing. And the only people now who are being affected by this are you and the other good people involved. That's why I had to take a step back. And I really don't know how often I will be able to do content, because another big part of all of this has been the fact that I want to spend more intimate time with my son, especially now that he's learning to talk. And actually, it's important for me to take the time. So if and ever when I ever disclose information about my life or my child, you're lucky to hear anything. And I mean that. I would delete my Facebook tomorrow. I would delete my Instagram tomorrow if it meant that it was damaging my child's life, which it's not. The only place that it's currently damaging my child's life is YouTube. And why is that? Because there's evil people here. And my heart can't do a good job parenting my child when I'm under stress. So, I have decided to step back from any of this, we'll call it silliness, on YouTube. If and when the time comes that I have to take legal actions upon anyone who threatens me or my child, it's already been handled. I'll just say it that way. Already been handled. And if and when the time comes that I move this platform to another spiffy place, if you're a good person and you respect that, then please come along with this ride. Who knows how long it'll be? If I post here and there and maybe twice a year, you should respect that, as I respect all the other content creators on this platform. My life and my purpose hasn't changed. Nothing's changed. I've been doing a lot of effort of giving something, which is a bit of me. And the amazing part is, like I said, 99.99% of you listening to this respected me and have never turned your back. But the 1%, they're always that select few. So the 1%, unfortunately, I have done everything I can in my power, my personal power, my personal moral, to only do what's best for me and my son. So, like I've said very, very openly, I mean no ill harm towards anyone. And it's really an unfortunate thing that my life being public has made people uncomfortable. And I know what it is. Just like the feather and the stone that controls the Libra scales, there is balance in all things. Morally, the best thing to do is always to follow your heart. And as a Libra, that's what I do. A lot of you out there don't believe in astrology. And that's okay. You do not need to believe in the same things I do. You don't even need to use cannabis. But you might be a mother out there, and you might have your own battle too. So I respect everyone else's struggle. As long as it's not hurting anyone else, nobody should be affecting anyone else. So, stepping forward, not stepping backwards, stepping forward, as I've always done on this channel, I will continue to take my best judgment on all comments posted, on videos in the future, on content that I want to disclose. If you're looking for videos on cooking, that is non-cannabis related, then you should probably go subscribe to my Rachel Raw Truth, because pretty much anything that's me and my personality will be at Rachel Raw Truth. And I'm proud to say currently I have only 24 subscribers. For anyone out there who believes that I may be trying to get super chats or any of that silliness, because honestly, that's why I'm stepping away from MsChronicChronicles, for the very fact that it's not about numbers. It's about value. It's about quality. It's not about quantity. And I'll prove that with my content. So I've always had content that's moved people. I've always had content that people have found personally somehow understood something about themselves a bit more, because that's the kind of content I put out there. It's real. How could you not connect in some way? If you're unable to feel emotions towards what I share, then you're not human. You don't have energy that we should be hanging out with. Meaning, I care about a lot of you out there. A lot. And when I write you, or I comment, or I like your video, meaning you other YouTube creators out there, if I've given you my time, then it was from my heart. And if I've stepped back, my heart told me to. So please don't take any offense if I haven't been around. And also don't take any offense if I'm only around when I can be. If you understand this message, then you're in the right place. I'm not going to link any of my channels below this. You'll have to go to the main page. And like I said, I welcome you to subscribe, follow along. There'll be 2 additional videos that will be posted at these channels. Nothing spiffy, just like this, where I'll be discussing a little bit further in depth. When I post those videos, have everything to do with my child's sleeping patterns. And when I feel right. Because at this point, it's like, I think why I felt let's just break it down. I haven't had anxiety like this for these last 4 weeks. I haven't had stress like this in these last 4 weeks for probably 2 years plus, which means before my child was born. So that says a lot that I'm wearing shoes of stress I don't need to, and I haven't had even being a parent. I've had stress like this in bad relationships. I've had stress like this in bad jobs. But getting to the point where I'm actually feeling depressed, which I have, or getting to a point where I can't sleep for deep hours of napping and not getting really good sleep. I had enough. That's why I had to unplug. That's why I had to step back. And you know what's funny? The only place, truthfully, that hasn't given me any anxiety has been Instagram. And now Instagram does have the features too. Okay, here we go. Back on. Instagram does have the features to live stream and do these kind of videos where I'm just popping in and saying hi. It has those features, but where I'm at with all of it is it just doesn't feel like the platform still. And I find that odd to me because change is a good thing. I have no issue with change. I've always been really open to change. Change makes me grow. It forces me to grow. But, come on, guys. But change has to be something that you want to do, not because of circumstances force you to change. That's like the walls caving in, and that's not right. That's not what I'm about. I am transparent. I do want to be able to go through some things where I feel like I'm still a little bit foot on the other side, where I can explain where I've come from and where I'm going, instead of it being so far gone into my future I can't remember what this feeling felt like. Those kind of moments defeat the purpose of vlogs. But what I am going to do is be a little bit more constructive about the kind of content that I share. And I find that a shame. I find it pretty a shame. So again, I'm not sure if Rachel Raw Truth will become a better reflection of MsChronicChronicles, or if MsChronicChronicles is going to hold my strength and I'm going to have to move this entire ship somewhere else. I have no idea yet. And admitting that is scary to me because I'm pretty for sure on myself on a lot of things. But what I mean about it is the sleep that I've had by feeling good about this choice, about making new directions, about still feeding through the water to the right people. I mean, every day of my life, in one way, shape, or form, these 3 channels will have some kind of attention. It may not be posted every day, but my life's going to continue and the content will continue to be created. So, like I said, I've been wanting to do videos where I'm cooking and whatnot. Well, that would be a lot easier if I'm just on my other channel cooking my dinner, live streaming with you guys, and you find my mojo again, because this channel, the hardest part about this channel is that I'm not dying anymore. My liver is cured. And I really believed this channel was going to hold a lot of videos and I would be gone. I really believed that. I didn't think I was going to make it through my child's birth. And if you've been following me long enough, you know that. I didn't think I would come this far in life. So I don't want to tarnish Miss CC. I don't want to tarnish MsChronicChronicles with old stories. But I will reflect on new chapters in my life with old videos. So again, like I said before, I will revlog. I will do old chapters like I did 1 through 5, I believe it is at this point, from revlogs. And we'll just hope that the universe is friendly and that I can get the right kind of message out. I mean, I might just be posting on this channel versus actually doing constant updates. I might just have a lot more regular posts than hellos. So if you want to see me, if you want to connect with me, if you want to stay in the loop, if you care, then probably follow me on Instagram so that you can stay into where my life is actually going every day. What I hope for, that I can come on this channel one day, is share all the great things in my life. What could those possibly be? Well, relationship, my son getting at a certain grade, milestones in the proper way I can share them without actually sharing them. And if one day I can share them on this channel, then awesome. If not, you might need to come to my Rachel Raw Truth. Maybe, this is my second chapter. I don't know yet. But my health is still dependent on cannabis. And YouTube is just not a platform for cannabis. And to be able to put it in the proper way, I have to find where to do that. So in over about 6 weeks now, so over a month, actually this was strategically done prior to even taking my break, I had signed up for a channel called The Weed Tube, and it is similar to YouTube, but it's for people who make content that is in cannabis related content. I already have several videos up, and I will be putting more videos up there. And again, as I said, more personal content that's token talk style will unfortunately have to be on a paid platform. So right now I only have one video, I believe, on Patreon, and as time goes on, I expect to make quite a bit more. Now, I had promised on this video, on this channel, that I would be making content related to edibles and other things, which I will still be posting some helpful content for future post. But I put a lot of pressure on myself to keep myself going when my health hasn't changed. My liver was cured, but my fatigue hasn't changed. My anxiety has gotten worse, and my bedtime is shit because I have a 2-year-old. So I do take naps when he takes a nap. I do go to sleep when he goes to sleep on occasion, except right now. So it's pretty laughable, actually, that there were so many people who have one view of really what I'm about. And it's pretty, I pinch myself because I knew deep down that the right people would be here. And they are. The right people are here. And I appreciate that. And the people who left comments, you know who you are. The people who contacted me privately and even to this day are still my friends, despite any BS that's been said. I appreciate that. Actions speak louder than words. Thus, I'm going to do the best I can to make actions with these words. And I really welcome each of you who are really good. How about I put it this way? I welcome all those strong people out there who are listening to keep being strong with me. And the ones who just can't take MsChronicChronicles anymore, you have that door right there. You can take it. Nobody's judging you but yourself. So I know that this message is going to be taken either one of two ways. Rachel's tired, and yes, I am. Or Rachel's tired of YouTube. Nope. I'm just tired. I'm tired of trying to remind myself of everything I've been struggling with. I will continue to do what I think is helpful in my life as a positive reminder. And basically, everybody who's going to be a witness to this channel and all the others will see my growth happen. Because what I'm planning to do is to move forward. And I'm not sure how to do that, because if I did, it would have already been done. Which is basically what I'm saying. I'm learning how to walk forward and make something of now what I want to make something, which is my life. This is, the last 4 weeks have been incredible to really take a reflection on how much effort I really thought I had to give to people I didn't even know. I freaking really believed I had to be there for these people. And it hurt me in the end. It hurt me in the end, unfortunately, because I gave myself away. I gave my energy. I gave my story. I gave a lot of time away. But I had to move to this point. So at the end of the day, it's not a regret. It's a realization more of anything. And there's a lot of good things that can happen from this realization. So only in the last few days, I've even connected with quite a few of you chronic illness community fighters and the cannabis community fighters, because we are. If you're still on YouTube and when you're discussing cannabis, we're strong-willed people out here. The censorship has gotten out of control. And I mean that because, what's happening to people who speak about cannabis, unfortunately, is channels just get removed or people look at them for all answers. And the sad part is I couldn't keep up with all 50 states if I wanted to. And I can only do as much as the next person, which is Google search. So if you don't know what's going on in your city, you should probably find out. That's the message I say to everybody who comes to my channel. If you're looking for advice on your state, do some research. Because bet you not, in time, it's going to change if it isn't already. And again, in the last 6 years, California was only an option, and Colorado and other few states were medicinal, but there wasn't legalization like it is now. Nova. So, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to hope for very positive comments. I'm sorry my dog is barking at the end of this. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. There will be some great stuff on Rachel Raw Truth. So if you're down with the diggity, including new photo shoots that I just did with some awesome models and future conversations about music, some of the information I'll be posting out there about future events I plan to do in the future regarding music, even possible live events. Lots are happening, but I can't give you everything. You got to go subscribe. So, all right, you guys, have a good night. Stay tuned for any streaming that's on this channel or any of the other 3 mentioned, content and so on and so forth. Stay subscribed if you like who I am and what I'm doing here, but expect to have some major changes here. I expect it to get spiffier and to get more real about how I plan to go forward. So in the last 4 weeks, I've also perfected the tinctures. I have a new recipe for gummies and for Reese's. I will be doing a lot more medication style videos that are more factual, and I'm going to be cutting them down on time. So unless you're in a live stream with me, the times of these videos will always be under 20 minutes. So stay tuned for all that. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments if you're positive. And again, I don't want to have any negativity. This is not any specifics about any specifics. This is about 6 years of MsChronicChronicles. I mean, let's go there with that one. 6 years, you know? So if you really know me, then you know that I'm talking about the span of time. When I made this channel, I had no idea where it was going to go. And now as a mother, what better place than to bring it to Rachel Raw Truth? Because I have to separate for the protection of this channel. So you guys have a great night, day, wherever you're at, and I'm going to head to bed. Hopefully everybody understood this message. It's not exactly perfect. It's not supposed to be. I am not perfect, and I do not subscribe to be. So you guys have a good day. I will talk to you hopefully soon, maybe even tomorrow. You never know. But I might only be talking to you from another channel, so you might want to subscribe to those channels to see. I have some awesome guests in the works for my Mary and Joe show, and I feel pretty wholesome about this entire journey. I'm scared on one side because it makes pressure on me changing the way that I do this channel, but change is the positive thing, and change can only bring you to a better place. So, thank you. And if you're new, subscribe because there still will be content on this channel. I just don't know when or what or how often. And I'm not making any promises because that's where I messed myself up. I can't make a promise. I cannot make a commitment. I can only take care of myself and my son and move forward. You guys have a good night.